Welcome to The Movie. This is going to be our new show here on Drive By Movies. We're putting Sequeled on the back burner, letting it chill for a little while, and we'll give it a reboot later. But right now, we're starting a new show. It's called The Movie. The Movie is basically going to entail anything that could essentially be a movie. This could be a news story, some type of piece of nostalgia, a product, anything that realistically shouldn't be a movie, but should be a movie today. So first off, we don't really know what each other are spinning in the movie. I'm going first, and I'm going to pick something from 1988. It's somewhat forgotten, but I think it could be very profitable in this day and age, and that is Dino Riders. It's a classic 1988 show. It's a kids' cartoon that was produced as part of the Marvel Action Universe, and much like He-Man or G.I. Joe, this was made just to sell toys. The series tells the story of the Valorians and the Rulons, and the Valorians who were attacked by the Rulons and used their kind of warp speed, and they had spaceships because it was in the future. They used their warp speed, and it fucked up, and they time traveled 65 million years back in time. So that's a really shitty the warp speed. If you're oh, we need to get out of here and go further into the future, and you just go 65 million, that's the biggest fuck up. So basically, I think that this could be a great series to turn into a movie. Currently, we only have one franchise about dinosaurs. People go see Jurassic Park movies knowing that they hate Jurassic Park movies. And I'm not talking bad about Jurassic Park, but just everything after, I would say, The Lost World. And Lost World's not great, but it's better than all the other movies. Right. So Jurassic World was huge at the box office, made a ton of money, but a lot of people didn't really like the movie, but it did get repeat viewings. I know that people didn't like it, but just oh, I love dinosaurs. Right. So I want to make a movie that it's not going to be scientifically correct by any means. Because if you know the Dino Riders series, I think you don't really have much knowledge about it.
This is my first time hearing about this.
It's basically Transformers to G.I. Joes, but with dinosaurs and people that equip them with laser guns and all sorts of really cool shit.
Frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
Sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, it's basically there were these dinosaurs. When they went back in time, the Valorians and the Rulons, the Valorians befriended the dinosaurs, Triceratops and shit.
No T-Rex or Raptor or Dilophosaurus?
There are, but that was mainly the Rulons took over the epic dinosaurs like T-Rexes and basically used mind control on them to make them do what they wanted and shit. Yeah. Freaking put on these crazy, they basically have all the dinosaurs essentially have armor. Yeah. And they use them to do it to attack the Valorians, the Rulons did under no will whatsoever. They just force them to, and it's kind of about animal cruelty in a way. So you can hit home with that.
This is a show you watch too?
This is a kid's show. Yeah. This is it's an animated kids show. Besides being, I guess the second Dino franchise, being that, Jurassic World, they're making the second one. It's coming out soon. This could be the second kind of competitor to that.
Right. Yeah.
This could be another dinosaur series and franchise. I think that this could bring other things to the table, though. It has a lot of science fiction in it. This is all took place in the future, but then also in the past at the same time. They have crazy technology. So I think this could, it could attack the science fiction market, but also that dinosaur kind of end game that you have going with Jurassic Park being the only thing. If you really want to see dinosaurs on the big screen, all you have is Jurassic Park. Yeah. I want this to be a really dumb action, big action movie, because it's a stupid plot. It's a kid, 1988 kids TV show that was just a ripoff of He-Man, G.I. Joe, and everything like that. Yeah. So I want it to be really dumb. I want it to be a stupid kind of action movie. I want think Total Recall. Okay. Not the remake, but the original.
Right, yeah.
Where it's kind of dumb. And I already know who I want to kind of cast in the lead. I don't remember any of the characters' names from the show, so we could take the story in any way, which I won't get into. I think for this show, we kind of want to look at instead of looking at story where we did it sequeled, we kind of want to look at a business standpoint, why this should be a movie today, why it could be profitable. If you're gonna make other shitty movies, you might as well just make my shitty Dino Riders movie. I think bring John Cena in the mix. We've seen him in a lot of comedies. That's why I think he could bring comedy to this, but he obviously could be a huge action star. He has that action figure build, like you said, and this could be this could be a stupid, funny enough movie. Another movie that I kind of think of that had dinosaurs in it was like Land of the Lost.
Right.
And this could have that kind of same thing, but be more actiony. That did have some action, but I think this could be like a 80s action movie type, like homage.
Right.
With the Dino Riders, of course. And I think that this would be the perfect movie to sell to someone like Paramount who's looking for franchises right now. They have like, history with Hasbro, so why not bring in Mattel into the mix with Dino Riders? I know that they wanted to make a movie for it. They're interested in it, but they just need the right person to guide it.
Yeah.
Some people might say Michael Bay could be the right voice because he has history with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers. But I don't think Michael Bay's the right guy for this.
Right.
I think we need to look for younger, fresher eyes to bring this to the big screen. And I would like to say that someone that could make this what I want, which would be like an action comedy that's funny, but also has like these cool science fiction elements and dinosaurs, could be someone like the director of Kung Fury, David Sandberg.
Tight, yeah.
I think he would be he's currently making Kung Fury or whatever, Kung Fury 2.
Has what's it called? Previous work with dinosaurs already, also.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Triceratops possibly could be in Dino Riders, or something along the same lines. Like he had great dinosaur effects in Kung Fury. It could be somebody like that. I'll even nominate maybe someone else. RKSS Films. They directed that Demonitron short film, and they did Turbo Kid.
Cool.
It's 3 directors, but I'll just say RKSS Films. They did a great job with Turbo Kid. I think that has the same thing going where it has like this nostalgia for the 80s. It's funny, but it's also like gory and has a lot of action. I want someone like that. I think both David Sandberg and RKSS has that kind of idea that I want to. And it could bring something like that hasn't actually gone mainstream yet. Mainstream. Like you could bring this action comedy, like all that kind of stuff mainstream, but like most of those mainstream films you see are like Transformers where the jokes aren't really funny.
Right, yeah.
And it's just like lowest common denominator
robots
stuff.
peeing on people. Like, that's not fun.
So that's why I think that this could be the best way to tell this story. Just a Dino Riders movie could be a good idea right now. I think that if you're going to go like and make something that's nostalgic, like we're going to go and make essentially like Ready Player One's like preys on people's nostalgia. I haven't seen the movie. I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just saying like it's a movie that preys on people's nostalgia for things.
Right, yeah.
If you're going to prey on nostalgia, I think doing it in the right way for like the right audience, like people that would remember Dino Riders might be like, wait, why is it, what? There's a Dino Riders movie? But this could be like this kind of like R-rated comedy with action or like very over the top, like something like Total Recall, but then have just like a great like kind of tone to it where it's both like kind of funny but has great kind of action pieces, and then could like, you know, bring a star in the making like John Cena, gonna be in the new film Cockblockers, possibly could be in the Dino Riders franchise, just saying. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this week's edition of The Movie, and this was Dino Riders the movie. See you guys next week.
You got my ticket.